So I'm not too sure how to start this review. So I'm thinking to give a little context before I dive into it. We're talking about Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and before I read this, I was kind of on a slump when it comes to reading manga. I wasn't really enjoying the stuff I was reading as much as I had at the beginning, mainly because I started out with Chainsaw Man, and I didn't really get that. I don't know what else to call it, hit or enjoyment from manga until I read his one shot, Goodbye Eri. So I am definitely going to be biased here, but I just want to talk about it. So let's get into it. So the plot starts off with our main character Yuta. He's a middle school kid who loves movies and filmmaking, and the story starts off odd when his ill mother gives him a smartphone or camera. I'm not sure exactly. I don't fully remember. And asks him to record her life. Basically, a way to remember that she's gone. And the first chapter goes through basically his mother's life before she passed. And on the ending scene of the movie, it was Yuta and his dad walking to the hospital. And instead of going in, Yuta drops the camera and just starts running the other way. So, and then it kind of ends in an odd way with afterwards, like in editing, he made the hospital explode, and he starts getting ridiculed by his fellow classmates as he showed this at a film festival. And the cruel reaction leads to a lot of bullying from his classmates, and Yuta actually tries to end his life until a girl named Eri, in the title, steps in. She admits she loves the movie. She loved it. And she convinces him to try again with a new film project. And together, Yuta and Eri become filmmaking partners, and they start uh, work on a sophomore movie about the two of them, blending reality with a bit of fantasy, like vampires and whatnot. As they bond over the project, Eri suddenly collapses and is revealed to be seriously ill as well. And this makes the time bittersweet. While while she's ill, they rush to finish the film, and when Yuta finally screens the second version of this film, the school loves it. The the classmates praise Yuta and gives him a sense of closure, a powerful moment after his early heartbreak. Uh, that's basically a quick rundown of the plot. I don't want to give any more details as to spoil it. It's something you do have to watch. Let me say that. So to kind of like dive into the art style a little bit, it's very similar to Chainsaw Man. It's very messy, but the unique aspect of the art is that it's drawn like it's a camera, if that makes sense. Like whenever like Utah's moving really quickly, it moves fast. They're static. Um, the paneling also kind of gives off that feeling like it's more like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know movie terms, but the paneling is very. It's always been rows of four. one, two, three, four done, which I have not seen done in manga up to this point, which I find very unique. Um, it definitely feels like Tatsuki Fujimoto wrote this with its weirdness and characters and how they act, which is not a negative for me. I love the characters in Chainsaw Man. I started reading Fire Punch, his first published work, and I thought the characters in there, they're odd but great at the same time. And the details in the background also really nice. He put a lot more detail in the background in these, in my opinion, than in his other works, especially compared to like Fire Punch, where it's a lot of just snow and more blocky buildings. So it does feel like he was taking a break from Chainsaw Man when writing this, but he cooked. He made it very well made. Uh, uh, I'd recommend anyone give this a shot. To be honest, whether you want to buy the volume or not, or find it online on Manga Dex or something, please go read this. Thank you for watching, uh, and please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500, and then I'll read that crappy webtoon Boyfriends. Yeah, what is?